Hey you, how's it going? Welcome back to TransTalk. This is the 5th video in my TransTalk series, and today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to date, or at least try to, as a pre-op trans woman. Even though I'm no longer a pre-op trans woman. As you'll find out in this video. Don't know which corner it goes into. So I've been on a number of dating websites over the past few years. Here's a few logos. But I guess you could say that, ironically, my only dating experiences within the last 3 years have come from real life interactions. Despite all my attempts though, my love life has never really taken off. I'm still the same forever alone singleton that I always have been. Plus, I guess you could say that I've had bigger priorities. I'm also going to add in, I do think that there's a difference between dating as a pre-op and post-op trans person, due to the fact that mentally you are the gender that you are, but your body doesn't correlate when you're pre-op. So if you're going to date someone, I think you do kind of have to factor that in. It's mostly down to the other person, because, you know, you date someone for who they are, not their genitals. But we're just not in that society yet. So, as always with these TransTalk videos, I ask you guys if you have any questions specifically for the topic that I'm discussing. And Becky has said, you're pretty open about being trans, but if you start dating someone who isn't aware, how do you go about telling them? At what point do you feel you should tell them? And what sort of reactions have you had to telling people? See, this is one of the things that I've been debating about recently. I used to have it as the first thing that I would write in any bio on a dating website, because I felt the people who were potentially interested in me, like, deserved to know before they started putting the effort into having a conversation with me. What that did though was attract the trans fetishists who were only interested in me simply because I was trans, and that's not something I want in a partner. Now, however, I don't have it anywhere on my profile because I don't think it's relevant. Like, cis people don't put male and female on their profile. On Tinder you choose if you're looking for men and women, or both. So be happy with who you're sliding about with, in more ways than one. Whether I bring it up though is another matter entirely. On one hand, it's completely unnecessary for me to tell people because they're dating me for who I am, not who I used to be. But then on the other hand, it is a pretty big part of who I am. Like, I wouldn't be who I am today if I wasn't transgender. I think though it's only necessary to tell someone if it's getting kind of serious, you know, like after maybe 2 or 3 dates. Don't open with it. As far as reactions go, I've had people unmatch me on Tinder immediately after it gets mentioned. But most of the time, like, if I slip it into a conversation, it sometimes just goes unnoticed. Which I guess is a good thing. Jamie has asked, when you bring being trans into the conversation, has it ever become awkward for you or the other person? Well, one time I brought it up, and this guy responded with, I'm not looking for men. To which I was like, dude, I'm a woman. And then he was like, still not interested, so I was like, go away then, but in a less polite way. He's also asked, are there any trans dating sites online? I personally tend to stay away from any trans specific dating sites because I feel they're somewhat sexualizing / objectifying the whole trans situation. It's also not really in my best interests because I wouldn't date someone on the basis of them being trans. I'd date them for the personality, and if they happen to be trans, that's just another trait that they'll have too. But yeah, that was my trans talk on dating as a pre-op trans woman. Who knows, maybe in a few months, years, God only knows, we might have a trans talk on dating as a post-op trans woman. You know which dating site I'm on? Hit me up. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up because it helps with the sharing and the YouTube algorithms, mumbo jumbo. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share it if you think it was interesting. I hope to see you next time. Adios, bye.